am Michelle Taff. Welcome to my digital channel. Let's talk about the Israel-Hamas war. We'll talk about the war in Gaza. Before that, watch the video and subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, don't forget to hit like button, share and comment on it. I will provide you a live update on Israel-Hamas war. So let's talk about the Biden signs US military aid bill granting billions to Israel. Germany likely to resume funding UN agency for Palestinians. Gaza protests grows as US colleges, thousands demonstrate in Brooklyn. Israeli media predicts offensive in Gaza Rafah soon. Furthermore, so we will talk about the live updates between Israel-Hamas war. Furthermore, AM reports of mass graves in Gaza deeply disturbing. White House says by readers. Let's discuss it. US officials have been in touch with Israel counterpart about deeply disturbing reports of mass graves being found in Gaza. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said on Wednesday those reports were deeply disturbing. Sullivan said that at news briefing, we have been in touch at multiple levels with the Israeli government. We want answers. We want to understand exactly what happened. U.S. House Speaker Johnson heckled elbowing at Columbia Center of Gaza protests by readers. Columbia University students heckled House Speaker Mike Johnson on Wednesday as he visited the flashpoint of national-wide student demonstration over the Israel war in Gaza, even as the New York school agreed to 48 more hours of negotiation to be and a protesting campaign. Johnson's visits, which he said was meant to support Jewish students intimidated by some anti-Israeli demonstrators, took place shortly after the university extended a deadline from Wednesday morning to Friday morning to reach an agreement to remove an encampment that has come to symbolize that campus protest movement. Some of the camp protests taking place coast to coast were met with shows of force from law enforcement. In Texas on Wednesday, state highway patrol troopers in riot gears and police on horseback broke up protest at the University of Texas in Austin and arrested 20 people. Can you imagine? They just arrested 20 people. Talk about the Israeli forces continue fire segregation raid central northern Gaza. Israeli forces shell multiple sites in the central Gaza Strip, including Deir Bala and Wadi Gaza. Whereas in northern Gaza, Jabalia and Gaza City, they were carried out raids, shellings and airstrikes. Zaytun area was specially pounded with strikes, Wafa agencies reported. If we're talking about the Israeli pause to move Rafah pounds northern Gaza with massive airstrikes by raiders, Israeli warplanes pounded the northern Gaza Strip for a second day on Wednesday in fierce assault that has shattered weeks of comparative calm, and Israel said it was moving forward with plans for an all-out assault on Rafah in the south. After an abrupt Israeli pullback at the start of this month, Palestinians at both ends of Gaza Strip were again fleeing of their lives from bombing they described as some of the war worst. The spokesperson of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu government said Israel was moving ahead with its plans for a ground operation on Rafah but gave no timeline. At the White House, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said that Washington was still talking with Israel about Rafah and officials from both countries expected to meet again in person soon. So we will talk about the Israeli forces detained 15 more Palestinians in overnight raids. They are just detaining the people in the Gaza. We talk about the number of detainees has increased to 8,445 after 15 more Palestinians were arrested by Israeli forces overnight, including former prisoners. Can you imagine the detentions took place in the Jenin, Nablus, Ramallah, Hebron, and occupied East Jerusalem? Al Jazeera quoted the Commission for Detainees Affairs and the Palestinian Prison Society. This brings the number of Palestinians detained by Israeli forces since October 7 to 8,445, the organization said. Okay, furthermore, we'll talk about the Biden signs US military aid to bill granting billions to Israel. You know what? Ukraine and Israel war was granting massive financial relief. After months of heady negotiation, the Congress aimed their respective wars as President Joe Biden signs four bills that also include a military assistance package to Kyiv and Tel Aviv Wednesday. The package was passed Tuesday by the US Senate and estimate was at $94 billion with $61 billion for Ukraine and $26 billion for Israel and $8 billion for the Indo-Pacific. Senator Bernie Sanders, who was against the bill, wrote on the Twitter that he wrote that enough is enough. No more money for Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for war machines. If you like the video, subscribe the channel, hit the like button, share the video and comment on it. Wait for our new video, just press the bell icon also.